angels and Darmal Dislike, and welcome to episode 3 of First Thoughts for episode 3 of Shadowhunters season 3, What Lies Beneath. Sorry this episode's a bit late, and by a bit late I mean a lot late. My schedule has been fucked. I don't mean for it to be so irregular. I have like a schedule in mind. I did explain that my sister's 21st birthday was this week, so everything was going to be a bit kind of up in the air about when the videos were going to come out, but I'm hoping at the very least to get these videos out before episode 4 airs so that nothing gets all muddled and confused. So here are my first thoughts for What Lies Beneath. There was a lot of emotions in this episode, and by a lot of emotions I mean a lot of painful emotions, especially where it concerned Raphael. I was watching this with my friend Rachel because she was over for my sister's birthday and the episode had aired and we both watched the show, so we watched it together. We were both so taken aback by how emotional the scene with Raphael and Rosa was, and you could feel like the pain that Raphael was going through, and I felt it in like my heart when she said, "You remind me of my brother," and you just wish that she would remember, like even for a second you just want her to remember who Raphael is. And that is her brother and he's here, but she doesn't, and it's so frustrating. And I don't know if it was obvious to anyone else, but once that scene was over, me and Rachel kind of looked at each other and thought, she's gonna die now, isn't she? And I'm not saying that as criticism. I'm not saying like, oh, it was obvious she was gonna die. What I mean is that you just could sort of tell, you know, like they were having like this moment together, and you could just sort of tell that she's not gonna last much longer. Like, she's dying, and there's not much Raphael can do about it. There's nothing that Raphael can do about it, to be honest. And we've all been there. We have all gone through the loss of a loved one, whether it be a grandparent, parent, a sibling, a friend. We've all gone through that, but we've never had to watch a loved one who was so close to us. We've never had to watch them grow old and get sick and die while we stay young. It sounds horrible to me. Like, I wouldn't want immortality. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Unless you want it, but I don't see why you would. It feels like one of those things that you feel like you'd want, but because you get to live forever. But then after a while, when you start to see the people you love grow old and die, and again and again and again, you begin to realise that it's not what it's cracked up to be. And this episode definitely shone light on that. And I felt so sorry for Raphael. I felt so sad for Raphael. I just wanted to give him a big hug. And I'm glad that what he's doing with the UV light and everything, I'm glad he's not being completely villainous, I think. But I'm going to talk about that more in Fair and Unbiased. But yeah, that scene with Rosa, and then when he found out she had died, it was amazingly done. It was like really well done. Like, David Castro's acting was amazing, and it was written really well, and it got me. Like, I was tearing up and everything. Like I felt for him. So I thought that was really well done, and it was really emotional, and it really got me here. I got where my heart is here. I want to talk about character development here, because character development's a big deal for me. I don't like it when a character just sort of stays where they are, stuck in a rut, and they do nothing whatsoever, and they don't like evolve or grow, and people still love them anyway, and you're like, why? They don't do anything, they don't really have a journey, they don't go through anything. Shadowhunters has just created the most mind-blowing character development that I've ever seen with Maris Lightwood. Maris Lightwood has come so far from season 1. Remember when she was telling Magnus to get out of the wedding? She didn't want him there. She couldn't bear the sight of him. Remember that? Remember when she was upset with Alec for kissing him at the wedding? Remember that? I do. I remember thinking Maris was such a bitch, and I was really upset because I thought, they're making her a bitch when she's not really that bad. Robert's the one who's the baddie here. And now in season 3, she's actually thanking Magnus for loving Alec, for loving her boy. And she had dinner with them, and she was having fun with them. She didn't question going to Magnus's place. She was so happy to be there. She didn't make Magnus feel alienated. She didn't make him feel like she didn't like him, because she does now. She's seen how happy Magnus has made Alec, and she has seen the error of her ways, and she is trying to connect with her son's boyfriend, and she's trying to make up for what she has done, not just with Magnus and Alec, but also with what she'd done as a circle member. Like, she is accepting what the Clave is doing to her, which I don't agree with. I do not agree with what they're doing with Maris, I will say that right now, but I am so happy about how much she has grown, the fact that she's willing to take what she is, accept the consequences of what she has done in the past and how she has acted, and try and fix herself and grow from them. And even if it does mean being exiled and stripped of her runes, even if it means that she has to abandon everything that she has believed up until this point because she sees how Magnus has made her son happy, she is willing to do all of that. And she hadn't before, but she has grown and learned and developed as a person, as a character, and that is the kind of storytelling that I love Shadowhunters for. I think that is absolutely amazing, and I don't think you see that kind of development in other shows. I loved it. I just loved it, and I love Mama Lightwood now. There better be a gif of her saying "my boys" on Tumblr, because I need that in my life. The acting was done so well by Nicola. I love her. I'm glad that they kept her as a recurring character. I actually prefer her being there over Jocelyn being there, and I can't wait to see where this storyline with her being exiled is going to go. And I'll talk more about my thoughts on that in Fair and Unbiased. And oh, I just love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It was great to see more domestic Malik as well. It was it was great to see how they continue to act around each other and how they bounce off each other and just have amazing chemistry. And it was great to see them doing normal everyday tasks. Alec telling a story about how he and Isabel made that stew and how it was actually fucking gross, and how he was on edge because he wanted to impress his mother and make his mother happy, and how he was worried about how she'd react about him turning down the job and dating Magnus, even though it does turn out that he had nothing to worry about. I loved seeing all of that. I love seeing them just doing normal everyday things. Like, they didn't have a big role in this episode in terms of finding the owl or finding out what was going on, but there was definitely set up for future plots, and while they did that, they intertwined the domestic attributes of being in a relationship with that, and I thought that was really well done. I hope to see more, and I can't wait to see how Malik are going to be involved in the plot in the future as a couple, as individuals, where they're going to go. And I definitely feel like Alec is going to have a big role in trying to save his mother from being exiled. Him and Isabel will definitely be a part of that, I think. And I can't wait to see where Magnus' storylines are going. I always can't wait to see Magnus' storylines, where they're going in the future, where we're all headed with this, and the inevitable pain that will probably be caused by it, because let's face it, it's going to be painful. I think it has definitely pretty much been confirmed at this point that Isabel is going to date a mundane. Taking that guy's number, his name escapes me at the minute, I feel like that was pretty much confirmation that she is going to be dating this guy at some point. And as I said before, I find this is an interesting concept. I hope it doesn't consume a lot of the plot, because I just don't think it's really relevant. But Isabel does need a storyline of her own, and I feel like this would be very interesting. Seeing her trying to juggle her Shadowhunter life and trying to hide it from him, or maybe having him part of it and see what the consequences are. I just can't wait to see where they're going with that. And as I say, I hope it doesn't become like a big part of it. Like, I hope he doesn't get in the way too much. I hope the dating doesn't get in the way too much, because the dating of the other guys doesn't get in the way of the plot too much. So I don't see why this would either. But I hope it's paving the way for Sizzy, because after 3 seasons, even I'm getting a bit angsty for some Sizzy, and I don't even ship it that much. So I really hope that it's kind of paving the way for that to come. Ollie, fuck off, please. She was announcing in the police station about warlocks and shit, where anyone could hear it. Fucking idiot. And then she's like, I want to tell my partner. And you're like, no! If you love your partner, don't do it. Oh my god, I can't stand her. She has done nothing so far that has made me want to changed my mind about her. I really want to like her. I want to like all the characters in this show, but she is probably one of the characters that's pissing me off the most. Her and Raj were the ones that were pissing me off the most, but Raj is gone now, so now we just need to get rid of Ollie. But no, she's a recurring character for no fucking reason whatsoever. I did not see that ending coming either. Like, what? What? Jace is the oil? I didn't see it coming, and this is coming from someone who read the books and thought that she knew what was happening. I didn't see that coming whatsoever, but then again, I didn't realise that the demon had an owl's face anyway, so I was kind of confused as to why they were calling it the owl, and then I realised I think it's the hedgewig face going on. That's why they were calling it the owl. But yeah, Jace is the owl. It makes sense, but I didn't see it coming at all, and I'm actually really glad that they called me out like that. But like, me and Rachel were just like, what? When it happened, we were just like, what the fuck? And that's a good reaction to have at the end of an episode, so hats off to Shadowhunters for getting that reaction from me, because they don't normally do it, because I normally have a general idea of what's going on because of the books, but they actually genuinely caught me off this time, so they get a pat on the back for that. So that's it for this week for First Thought, Shadowhunters, Angels and Downmodders alike. I will see you maybe Monday or Tuesday. And until then, protect Mama Lightwood with your life, because her character development was monumental and she just needs protected. Protect Mama Lightwood. She needs the protection right now.